It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not even about us. It's about legacy. It's about what we choose to leave behind for future generations. And that's why, for the next year, and for the first time since 1974, the best and brightest men and women of nations and corporations the world over will pool their resources, share their collective vision to leave behind a brighter future. It's not about us. Therefore, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is welcome back.
The work of a single organization, the Syndicate. A rogue nation, trained to do what we do, imbued with a new sense of purpose.
The Syndicate, you say? Yes, sir. That's what he calls it.
Let's ride! There they are! Not so fast, amoeba boys!
Too late, you dumb nuts. Once we get this doohickey in that loose watches, we'll pinch this baloney for keeps.
So, you thought we were a joke, huh? Yes, you thought we were cute. Well, now what do you think of us?
Hey, boss, who you talking to?
I'm just practicing my speech for when we take over Townsville.
You really think our plan is gonna work?
It's not only gonna work, but it's gonna
What?
right.
Backlash, whirlwind. Working so hard in this tropical heat must be very uncomfortable. Too bad you lack the ability to generate your own personal air conditioning. Who's there?
Come on, let me in, Reed. I want to see what you're working on.
Come to me now.
Huh?
I said I'm not really ready to show this particular experiment to visitors, Ben.
Hey, who's a visitor? I'm one of the Fantastic Four, ain't I?
The first runner-up, Miss Harris County, Lisa Patino. The new Miss Texas, Miss Galveston County, Chelsi Smith.
Live from South Padre Island, Texas, the 1995 Miss USA pageant, Texas.
A motivational speaker and child advocate from Houston, Texas, I am Chelsi Smith. Come together to crown the new Miss USA. Tonight,
Miss Texas, Chelsi Smith.
Wow.
And this crowd obviously think Chelsea could be their 7th Miss USA.
All right, that's happening. Miss Texas.
Well, I was actually raised by my grandparents, and probably the most important thing they ever taught me was to be proud of my biracial background.
Next we have Miss Texas, Chelsi Smith, 21 years old, elementary education major from Houston, also interested in motivational speaking. Now, it's interesting to me, when you won the Miss Texas title, the press referred to you as an African American, and you took umbrage to that. What was that about?
Well, I am biracial, and I'm half black, half white.
Yeah.
And even though I was so proud to be acknowledged as African American, I also have another side to my family. And I really would have felt bad, and I know they really would have felt bad if I would have left them out, because it was so important, because actually the Caucasian side raised me, and I really need to recognize them.
And so you just want to make sure that the distinction is still there?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, it says that you're also a motivational speaker. Who do you speak to?
I speak to a lot of youth, a lot of inner city youth actually, and I speak a lot on a lot of topics of being biracial, just racism topics, and just having fun in school, and just being yourself and being proud of who you are.
You just go to, like, elementary schools?
Elementary school, junior high, and high school level.
What's the most responsive audience?
Junior high. They love you. Actually, because elementary school, they're kind of getting into a lot of topics that I'm talking about, and junior high, everybody's starting to kind of identify with each other and find out what peer group they want to be with.
Right, right. Okay, great. Thank you, Chelsi Smith. Miss Texas. Step over there. The judges will lock in their votes. Miss Texas.
Mother. Not a bad list of achievements for a 27-year-old from Limerick. She's listed as the 5th richest woman in these islands. Her albums sell in the millions, but I don't think it's been all easy street for our first guest, who found herself on a rock and roll roller coaster that took a pretty heavy toll. But she's back. She's stronger than ever. She's interrupted her European tour to fly from Munich to be with us tonight, and tomorrow she's back in Germany. She's performing in Berlin, but we're delighted to have her with us tonight. Will you give your warmest welcome, please, to the lead singer with the Cranberries, Dolores O'Riordan. Dolores, you're very welcome. Now, make yourself comfortable there. You're a busy woman. Germany, and back to Germany tomorrow.
That's right, yeah, back out to Berlin tomorrow.
Yeah, how are the shows going?
They're going great, yeah, really great. It's really surprising, actually. We did a show the other night in Milan, and the audience were, like, really loud with the lyrics from the new album. So loud that, like, I kept turning on my in-ear monitor, and I had a sore ear, like, for about 2 days. It's brilliant, though. It's really nice because, you know, we took a big break, so it's nice that the fans are still there and stuff.
Yeah. We'll talk to you about that big break you took and why you took it in a few minutes, but just going back to your childhood, because I'm wondering what formed Dolores O'Riordan. What kind of a childhood did you have? Were you happy?
Oh yeah, very, yeah, a lot of happiness. Very, I guess, very spiritually strong, you know. There was a lot of kids, like, I had 5 brothers. I still have 5 brothers and 1 sister, and very protective brothers, you know, like bikers, like hurlers, like the whole lot, you know. And my sister, she got married quite young and had kids. They all live at home. They all live down in Limerick, so it's quite nice to be with them now because, you know, we always kind of, we have our nostalgic trips and talk about childhood.
What kind of a teenager were you? I mean, your role model, one of them was John Lennon, who was a bit of a rebel. Were you a bit of a rebel?
Yeah, I suppose I was, because I was the youngest, you know, and I had 5 brothers, so I kind of always fantasized about being one of the guys, you know. I had that thing, you know, it was like when you have 5 brothers and you're always with them, it's like it seems so cool to be a boy, you know, when you're with all the lads, because they can just pee anywhere, and it seems so cool, they could just pee, and we had to kind of do the bending down in the hedge type thing, you know. So they were really cool, and they got away with murder, of course. Boys were allowed to come home late, and, you know, girls weren't, so I always kind of wanted to be a boy, so I guess I was a bit of a tomboy, a little bit of a rebel then, I guess, because of the whole not wanting to be a girl type thing, you know.
Yeah. What kind of kid were you in school? Were you the leader of the pack, or were you an outsider, or were you put upon?
I was kind of I was a ringleader of a little group, but I must say I was a bit of a class clown. I loved to joke and stuff in school, you know, and like.
When the teacher saw you, would they say, "Here's trouble"?
I guess, like, I mean, there was one teacher in particular, she used to walk into class, and you know how you have, like, so many different periods in a day, you have 6 or 7 classes or periods in a day, and they're 40 minutes long. But there was one teacher, and she had a soft spot for my voice, so she'd come in, and I'd be there, Miss, come here, I wrote this song, check it out. And she'd be there, oh, really? And she'd sit down, and she'd be there, what is it? And I'd be telling her, well, I wrote it last night, and all the girls would be egging me on, you know, distract her for 10 minutes, you know, so she'd forget to do this.